I recently saw the beautiful Betty Bean film a video where she was talking about her favorite product from 10 of her favorite brands, and I thought that that was a super exciting video, so that's what we're here to do today. I'm gonna have Betty Jean's video listed down below, but I am here to talk about my favorite product from 10 brands that you and I know and love. Let's jump in. Not really going in any particular order, to be honest, but what I have in my phone. So first up is Anastasia Beverly Hills. Y'all, ABH is still like the brow queen to me. I know that many people have moved on. I know that there are so many dupes out there, from NYX to Milani. There's so many. There are so many. But for me, nothing beats the ABH Brow Wiz. Hands down, this is my favorite. I still spend the 20-something dollars to purchase this every time I run out of it. I have the shade Caramel, and for me, Caramel is just that perfect shade. Now, my friend Angie, I did purchase a backup of this when I was with her in Austin, and she was asking me if I ever tried the Strawburn shade, and I haven't, so at some point I might pick that up, but Caramel really like matches my hair perfectly because my hair is red, but it's almost like that auburn red, and some of the red shades that the stores are putting out are just too like crayon orange red, which isn't really the type of color that I'm looking for. The thing that I love about this, it's the perfect mixture of like creaminess where I'm not tugging on that sensitive area around my lines, but waxiness to where it's not wiping away completely. Like there are some brow products that I've tried where after I apply them, they just kind of like disappear or they move on my face. And like, y'all, I have to draw a brow in every single day. I have to create a brow. And so I need my brows to stay on my face. So yes, I know that there are dupes out there. I know that there are some that are more affordable, but when it comes to my brows, I'm gonna pay the money. I'm gonna spend the 20-something dollars. I'm gonna get the ABH Brow Wiz, and it's just a tried and true for me. I feel like Anastasia Beverly Hills has done a ton of things amazing, but the brows are still like #1 in my heart. Next up is Benefit Cosmetics, and I've tried a lot from Benefit. I've tried their bronzers, I've tried their blushes, I've tried their brow products. Like, I've really tried a lot, and I feel like this isn't a super exciting makeup product, but y'all, their Roller Lash Mascara, like, mascara is a must for me. I'm not skipping mascara unless something is wrong with my eyes, and the Benefit Roller Lash is one that I keep in my collection. I tend not to have a ton of mascaras in my collection. I like to try them out here and there, but I have my Old Faithfuls, and the Benefit Roller Lash is an Old Faithful for me. Now, this is a lengthening mascara, and I say that because I like to go in first with a volumizing mascara, and then I like to follow it up with my Benefit Roller Lash because I feel like the way the brush is angled, it does a great job of separating those clumps, lengthening my lashes, and really making each individual lash kind of look a little extra. So, I mean, I've gone through so many of these. It's expensive. You can get good drugstore mascaras. It's expensive, but for me, it's worth it. I normally pick it up when it's on sale. I recently tried a Sephora Favorites mascara kit. I did a whole video on it, and I had a coupon for this. So like, I got to try a bunch of mascaras and still went back and picked this one up. I just love it. I just love it so much. When I was first getting into makeup, like when I was a teenager, I would go out and I would purchase drugstore makeup, and you know, then I would kind of try my sister's makeup, or when I got into like my early 20s and I started purchasing more high-end makeup, and sometimes I found that like my high-end makeup products were not really doing much more than my drugstore. And so that was when I really learned the importance of like makeup brushes, and the fact that your makeup brushes really can make or break your look. I love shimmers on the lids. I love bright, I love bold, I love sparkly on my lid. And my absolute favorite brush of life, hands down, to put shimmer on my lid, is my BK Beauty 203 brush. I love this one. I have like 2 full size, I have a travel size. I use this like every single day. Thank you to my Sigma switch. I'm able to clean my brushes in between because I use this so much. I'm not even kidding you. I used it today for this beautiful green look. You get the most bang for your buck with your finger, but that's just not my preferred method of application. The thing I like about the BK Beauty brush though, is you are able to take the flat side of the brush, really dip it into the shimmer. I like to spray it with Fix Plus. I can pat it onto my lid, but then I can take the fluffy side of the brush and really blend that through the crease. I have hooded eyes, so I do take these shimmers up into the crease because if I didn't, you would not see it. I would open my eyes and you wouldn't see it at all. You still like, hello, you can't see that there's a bright, vibrant green. And so I like taking this fluffy end and just kind of dispersing the shimmer, really getting it up there, blending everything together. This brush is amazing for that. It does pack on the shimmer. It gives you that vibrance, but then it is still fluffy, so you can blend out when you need to. And so it's a multi-purpose brush. I love the BK Beauty brushes. I do have a code with them. My code is KBella10 if you're interested in trying them out and saving some money if you have hooded eyes. This is like a must-have brush. If you like one and done shadows, this is a must-have brush. You can pat it on the lid, blend it out, you're good to go. Everybody needs the BK 203. Another brand that I love oh so much, and I feel like I'm a bit of a collector when it comes to this brand, that's Natasha Denona, and I had to go with her palettes. Her eyeshadow formula is maybe my favorite eyeshadow formula of all time, although, I don't know, Indie's kind of getting up there. This is not even all of the palettes that I have, okay? I did a ranking all of my Natasha Denona palettes. I will have that listed down below if you want to know my favorite, but her eyeshadows, specifically her middies, are just amazing. The way that the mattes are super creamy and blendable, the way that the shimmers just really pop on the lid, you have a nice variety. I really like that in these Natasha Denona eyeshadows, they're magnetic, so you can move them around if you want to. There's a nice mirror, but the pigmentation, the formulation is just easy for me. It's easy. The color combinations are amazing. I continue to purchase her palettes time and time again. They're expensive, y'all. They're like $69. Do you need to have multiple in your collection? Absolutely not. You do not. That is crazy. I am crazy. But they're so good. They're so stinking good. I also do have a code with Natasha Denona. It is KBella if you want to save some money. I always have that linked down below. But these are amazing. So watch my Natasha Denona palettes video if you want a rundown on like my favorites and ranking them. But I had to go with my girl Natasha, and I had to go with her eyeshadows. My friend Angie Angelica Nyquist started her own brand, Singe Beauty. So of course, Singe Beauty is going to be in here. I love my friend. I love what she is doing with the brand. She started her releases with brushes. I love her makeup sponge. I use it every single day. But now we're in color cosmetics, y'all. And her blushes, her evocative silk blushes, have got to be hands down the best blushes I've ever tried in my life. If you are looking for pigmentation, I'm talking like all day, y'all. I'm a teacher, so when I do my makeup at 5:30 and I come home and I eat dinner and I put my kids to bed, I am not washing my face until like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and I still have full opacity. My cheeks have not eaten my blush. It's still there. I thought Riveting Rhubarb was gonna be my favorite. Y'all, Timid Tomato. Don't sleep on Timid Tomato, okay? It's what I have on my cheeks now. I go in with a light hand. If you have a deeper skin tone than me, I still think you'd be able to use this because it is pigmented. And I don't know how Angie did it because we didn't talk about the whole formulation of this, but the way that it looks matte in the pan and then you put it on your cheeks and it gives you this nice like silk satin finish, but there's no glitter, there's no chunks. I do have a highlighter on today because I'm going to be talking about a highlighter today, but like you could wear this without a highlighter and it's still going to give you that oomph. It's going to give your face dimension and amazingness. Y'all, it's the best. It's the best. I love Angie. I know how hard she works on her brand and her products, and she killed it with this one. Timid Tomato, favorite. Okay, so I mentioned a highlighter, and y'all, oh my gosh, Lunar Beauty. Lunar Beauty. I did not get Manny's highlighters when he first launched them, but when he came out with the Moonshroom collection and he came out with this highlighter palette, I decided to try it out, and I have fallen in love. These highlighters are so blingy, blinding, amazing, vibrant, every wonderful thing. I love them oh so much. They are amazing, but y'all, they're not chunky. They're not glittery. It literally like melts into my skin and makes my skin look rich and vibrant and pigmented. And it's just, I cannot put it down. I cannot put it down. In this palette, the only one that I really don't use is Sprinkle. I do use the other three. Sometimes I mix and match them. You never know. But I just love this formulation. I think it's amazing. And I couldn't not talk about it. And the packaging, I mean, like, how cute is this? How stinking cute. That brings us to Singe Beauty. I love Singe Beauty. Again, I'm an affiliate with Sigma. KBella will save you some money. But there is one product that stands alone. Above all of the rest, Sigma does a lot. Sigma does brushes, Sigma does eyeshadow palettes and primers. Sigma has face products, bronzers, blushes. Now they have a skin tint. They have lipstick. Sigma has a lot. Sigma has a lot. And I had to pick just one. Y'all, it is my color correcting duo in the shade light to medium. This is my second one. I panned both sides of the first. This is my second. It is so good. First of all, I have dark circles. It's hereditary. I always have dark circles. I can sleep for 12 hours. I can sleep for 4. I'm gonna have dark circles. But the way that this is so creamy and hydrating, it's almost like a serum. I use my finger, I warm it up, I pat it on those dark parts of my under eye, and it just melts into the skin. It gives me like this luminous finish to where I could wear this without going in with foundation, like just wear it on its own, but it sits so nicely under foundation. It's not too heavy or cakey when I go on top of it with foundation, and then we have concealer and powder and the works. Like, this is amazing. I know that it gets sold out sometimes on the Sigma site because it is so good, but y'all, I love it. Light to medium. They sent it to me initially, and then I purchased one because I panned mine, and then they sent me another one. So I actually did share one with Smegs because I love this stuff. It's so good, but like, I need it in my collection. Then we have Mama Pat. I love Pat McGrath. Her eyeshadow palettes are not my favorite, okay? I know they're expensive. I know a lot of people are Mama Pat stans, but the product that stands out to me is the bronzer, y'all. The bronzer. There is just something, I mean, like, you can see, I use this. There is something about this bronzer. I have the shade Nude Honey. It is a matte bronzer, and it's like the perfect formulation, perfect pigmentation for my cheeks. It's like the perfect neutral. It's not too cool, but it's not like a warm bronzer. It gives me that kind of contoured, chiseled look while also just warming up the face. It's so beautiful. And it is a matte, but not like a flat matte. Like, I don't look dull, and it just looks like my face has shape and dimension, and it's amazing. It's super blendable. This has been like the only bronzer that I have been using. I have to like tell myself, put it to the side and try other bronzers because I just love it that much. LYS Beauty is a brand that I have tried more from recently. I tried them years ago when they were new. During an Instagram competition, I was able to become part of their PR list. So they did send me some products, but I have also purchased some products. And right now, my favorite product from them, hands down, is their lipstick. I am wearing my favorite shade today. This is the shade Sincere. I have Sincere and Dreamer. Dreamer is more of a nude shade. This one is like the perfect pinky mauve shade. Like, this is my kind of shade. I love this kind of shade. The thing that I love about it, it's creamy. It's so creamy on the lips. I do have fine lines and wrinkles, and it's kind of like, you can kind of see them because you can always kind of see them, but it's not settling in them. It's comfortable. It's not a flat matte, but it's giving me more of a matte effect. It's not quite like a satin or a sheer finish. Also, y'all, it's so teeny tiny, and I thought that this little shape was going to be awkward and it was going to like be hard to get in there, but really it's not. It's not difficult for me to go in, build up the pigmentation. It's just a beautiful, beautiful shade. I mean, it is a lipstick, so not quite as long wearing as some other products like liquid lipsticks, but it is giving me long wear throughout the day. It doesn't kind of fade in an awkward manner, and it's been a favorite for me. I love this one, particularly the shade Sincere. And the 10th brand that we are going to talk about today is my girl, Charlotte Tilbury. I have a lot of things from Charlotte. I have bronzers, I have eyeshadows, I have lip liners and lipsticks. Y'all, her lip products are like unmatched. This particular lip liner here is in 90s pink, but if I have footage of my favorite iconic nude, I will go ahead and insert that. I'm not showing you iconic nude. Mine is teeny tiny because it's in my purse. And in order to get my purse, I have to go into the living room where my son is, and if I go out there, y'all, he is going to be glued to me. So, Iconic Nude would be my favorite, the one that I would recommend. This one right here is one of the newer ones in 90s pink. The thing I love about her lip liners, first of all, they are so pigmented, but they're long lasting. Like, they're not going to fade away. Yes, when I'm eating and drinking, of course, your lip products come off a little bit, but I still have the lip liner there. It also doesn't bleed out into my face. It really holds my lipstick where I want it to be, in my lip lines, okay? I don't want it bleeding all over the place. Iconic Nude is the perfect nude to go with every single shade. I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners are like the perfect mix of creaminess, and they are creamy and they glide on, they don't tug like a wooden pencil, but also there's like a waxy texture there that really holds them in place. Like, it's not slip sliding. Like the Natasha Denona lip liners are a little slip slidey, a little glidey. These really last and they stay in place. And so they're expensive, but y'all, I think they're worth it. I love these things. So that is going to do it for this video for 10 products, my favorite products from 10 brands. These are some of my favorites. I hope you found this helpful as you're shopping, because listen, my money is not unlimited. I want to know that I'm spending it wisely. So these are products that I know, love, and recommend. Thank you so much to Betty Bean for this recommendation. I loved watching her video. I thought that it was super fun. So go watch her video, give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. But if you do like this video, I would love to know down below, like, what other brands would you want me to talk about? Because here we talked about ABH, we talked about Benefit, BK Beauty, Natasha Denona, Singe, Lunar Beauty, Sigma, Charlotte Tilbury, Pat McGrath, LYS, but there are plenty of other brands out there. So if you want me to do this again with other brands, let me know down below. Otherwise, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Bye.